Hello everybody, I am All Around Gamer, and I'm back again with another commentary for you to kick off the new school year. I myself have just started, but I know some of you have either been in school for a couple of weeks, or you're starting just like me, or you have yet to get into school but will be starting soon. For me, school has been enjoyable thus far, besides the fact that it's been about 85 each day in the 90s, which is not very comfortable in a school that does not have the AC. But it will be cooling off next week, which is very, very good for me. But that is not going to be the topic of today's video. Today we're going to be talking about entitlement. Now, what do I mean by that? Where did I get this subject? Well, we had summer reading to do, and we had to read the book at the last lecture, which, if you haven't read it, I highly suggest you do. It's a very nice book, very well written. It is about a professor with a terminal illness who must give his last lecture to his class before he passes. But what we had to do for the summer reading itself was read through a set number of chapters, like 1 through 10. Then we'd have to pull out a quote from those chapters, just one quote. Then we'd have to kind of break down what we thought it meant. And then what we'd have to do is have our own experiences expressed through that quote. But one quote in the book caught my eye and kind of made me want to do this commentary. So I shall read it for you. It's been well documented that there is a growing sense of entitlement among young people today. So, why am I talking about this, I hear you asking? Well, Posh makes a very good point. You see all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. You know, you have people who say, oh, my parents got me the pink iPhone, but I wanted the blue iPhone. This sucks. Well, I can understand that that's going to happen when you live in a society where you can pretty much get what you want by complaining, which happens way too much if you guys have checked out my first rant way back when. But it seems like it is growing. I've seen more and more of this stuff like, oh, my parents got me this, and I wanted this. I should have gotten it. Why didn't they get me for it? Grr, I hate my parents. Or, my parents got me a Subaru, and I wanted a Toyota. This sucks. My parents don't like me. I feel like these people who do this, and if you are one of these people, I want you to listen right now. I feel like these people who say this, they think only about themselves. In my eyes, they only think about themselves, alright? They don't think about others. They don't think about, you know, other things in the world. They just care about themselves. Now, they may come back with, oh, well, I care about my friends. Yes, they're your friends. You've known them for however long you've known them. You have this bond with them. And yes, you're going to care about them. But all in all, you seem to care more about yourself. Now, again, this is all my opinion. When it comes to people like this, the one major thing that I think that they forget is that this world does not revolve around them. I have a family member who went through the same thing. He thought the world revolved around him. And my parents had to put up with it, and they're not very happy about it, and I hated listening to it. When it comes to the world revolving around a person, yes, they feel entitled to everything. They want this, they should get it. They want this, they should get it. Blah, blah, blah. You get my point. But what it comes down to is that, again, they only care about themselves. What they forget is other parts of the world. For example, Africa. You know, you have, I don't know, maybe millions of starving children over there that they don't care about. Obviously, yeah, you'll see it on social media. It's like, on Facebook, for example, is very notorious for this. It's like, one like will give them 1 gallon of water or whatever. You can't guarantee that it's legit, and it's probably not legit. If gallons of water equal likes, I think the water company would be a little bit in debt. Because some of these, I've seen some of like 1 million likes, and I'm thinking, I don't think that's actually helping. I think this page or person, usually it's a person, is just looking for attention. But when it comes down to it, the people who feel that they are entitled to things don't know or don't care about what's going on out there in other countries. mainly Africa and the Middle East, even though, yes, those are places, not countries, you get my drift. But as stated by the quote, yes, it seems that there is a growing sense of entitlement among the young ones today. I see this in schools, social media, as I said before. I know I'm rambling on again. And the book makes a very valid point, because this generation is, I guess you could say, gifted, more or less. Not in the smart department. No, we're not gifted in that. When I say gifted, I mean like technology-wise. We're in a generation dominated by technology. You see it everywhere. iPhones, iPads, computers, Xbox, PlayStation, smart TVs, touchscreen computers. It's everywhere. Technology is all around us all the time. I'm not saying like it hasn't been around us all the time. I'm talking like this generation of everything's handheld, everyone's on their phones all the time. Like, that is everywhere. That is just everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go, besides obviously poverty areas of Africa and Middle East, but besides that, you're gonna see that everywhere. It doesn't matter. People are always gonna be on their phones. And more and more people seem to think that just because they live in the United States of America, I'm using the US for an example because I can, they seem to think that because they live in quote-unquote the greatest country in the world, when this country is completely screwed up for numerous reasons, that they should be allowed to get what they want when they want. And that's not true. You gotta work for something. I myself work for numerous things. My parents obviously have worked their whole life. Car, house, being able to move. I'm not saying that I'm moving now, but I mean in the past they had to move from one location to here. Again, in my eyes, people nowadays, mainly in the United States, think that they should get what they want, when they want, how they want. And you may have, this may sound familiar due to my first rant video, if you remember that, about the parents and children of today. And I think it makes a very, very valid point. Now, this is just coming from me. Obviously, I'm probably going to be praising my own work. Unless there's a video that I don't like, then I will say that. But I feel at this rate of self-entitlement, I think, again, this is just me. I feel as if the next generation is going to be even worse. And I'm not saying that it's already going to be worse. I mean, where we're going, we're kind of screwed. We're kind of screwed with what's happening in the world today and the people who will be running it. I'm scared, hold me. But that is going to be it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed, as always, remember to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you got your friends and they like it, make sure that they share it again so it gets out to more people, because that's how I get subs. And I want to get as many videos out to you guys as I can. If you have a gameplay for me that you want me to feature, you can send it to me in an email, aag5@outlook.com. I don't know how well it'll hold. I don't know the exact file size. So if it doesn't work, just, private message me on YouTube. We'll figure something out. If you want to stalk me, you can check out my Twitter down below, as well as my League of Legends summoner name if you do want to play with me every now and again, along with my Steam name, which I usually play at least a couple times a week. But this is All Around Gamer signing off again. I will see you guys in the next one.